What up, homies? JP back at you once again, bringing you guys another DVD/Blu-ray update. This is an update that is long overdue. I haven't done one in forever. I was waiting to try to get some of the reviews done and some of the other things like the 31 Days of Horror. I'm behind on everything right now. I apologize. I've reached out to companies and told people that I'm behind on reviews because I am just so far behind, and I just got to get this DVD update done because I'm losing track of stuff. Stuff is piling up. But next month I'm going full force getting everything caught up, so stay tuned to my channel. It'll probably be pretty busy. The podcast has been taking over my life lately, and I've been working a lot of hours, but hopefully work should be slowing down here in a second. Anyway, let's get into this. I have a few TV shows, non-horror, and different DVDs like that I'm going to show you guys first. First up, I grabbed this at a Goodwill. I couldn't pass it up. You guys are probably going to laugh at me, but it is Degrassi: The Next Generation. This is season 1. I'm sure watching this now, it'll be cheesy and like cringeworthy, but I loved this show growing up. I was right around the same age as the kids in the show as it was airing. Drake, the rapper, got his start on this show. It's a teenage soap opera, but I like it. Call it a guilty pleasure if you must, but it's just something that, I grew up watching it. I can't help it. I had to grab it. After that, I grabbed this at an Ollie's, and that is Jackass: The Complete Box Set. I'm not exactly sure if this is all the seasons, all the stunts combined onto these discs, because it is in volumes. I don't know if it's like the Mike Judge collection where it was just like some of the better stunts, how it was with Beavis and Butthead, how was some of the better episodes. I don't know, but I watched this entire thing in like 2 sittings. I had a lot of fun with it. It wasn't as funny as I remembered. I recently rewatched some of the movies, and they're definitely a little bit better, but this was pretty nostalgic and it brought back memories. Continuing along here, we have Amazing Stories Season 2. This is a Australian release put out by Umbrella Entertainment. This is a fantastic show. I really loved the second season. I still need to pick up the first season. The second season is not released in the US, so this is the best, most affordable way to grab the second season, which has some great episodes, including The Family Dog, which many consider the best episode. So head on over to Umbrella Entertainment if you want to grab yourself a copy as well. After that, I grabbed this at Ollie's, The Brady Bunch, the complete first season. I used to watch this show as a kid. I haven't watched it since then, but I remember it being pretty cheesy back then, so I'm sure that it's even more cheesy now, but I couldn't pass it up. I love collecting TV shows. That's about the only non-horror thing I collect. Now getting into some horror, we have the Psycho Killer collection. This is put out by Shriek Show. I grabbed this for House on the Edge of the Park, which I'm a pretty big fan of. David Hess. It's like a better version of Last House on the Left. It also comes with Delirium and Beyond the Darkness, which I'm not too familiar with. After that, we have a Midnight Movies horror triple feature. This was put out by Blue Underground. I grabbed this specifically for Macabre, which we covered on the podcast, but it also comes with another Lamberto Bava film and A Blade in the Dark, and another Lamberto Bava film and Mario Bava film, Shock. I haven't watched the other 2. I watched Macabre, but a pretty nice set. This was under $10, has these 3 films, Blue Underground releases. Definitely recommend it. They have a bunch of those Midnight Movies sets, some of which have been released on Blu-ray. After that, we have Tales of Poe. This is an Edgar Allan Poe adaptation anthology starring Carolyn Williams, Debbie Rochon, Amy Still, Adrian King. So we got some Friday the 13th fame in there, some Texas Chainsaw fame in there. And Scream Queen, all of them are Scream Queens. Sounds pretty cool. Sounds pretty cool. I'll definitely watch that before the end of the year. After that, we have Cat in the Brain. Derek was kind enough to send this over so we could cover it on the Fulci episode. This is a Grindhouse Releasings release. Very interesting film. Almost a bit ahead of its time in a way. Really cool stuff by Lucio Fulci. Sort of a final farewell in terms of just look back on his career in a movie form. Really interesting. Check out our review. It was the last podcast we posted. After that, I got some stuff from Umbrella Entertainment. I got Felicity. This is I think it might be a porno, honestly. I'm not sure, but this cover is funny as hell. It's like she's eating like a Kit Kat or something. I'm not really sure. This is part of the Ozploitation Classics line, put out by Umbrella Entertainment. They were kind enough to hook me up with a couple of different releases, including this one right here, which is Peterson. Just got these in the mail the other day. I did an unboxing for them. This one seems like a comedy or something, but also part of the Ozploitation Classics line. After that, they hooked me up with A Night of Horror Volume 1. This is an anthology film. I believe it's a newer film, so it's a modern contemporary film. If you guys are curious on any of these titles, I will leave a link to Umbrella Entertainment down below so you can check them out. They're pretty affordable for importing, and they have a decent line of films that haven't been released in the US. Next up is Awaiting. Curious on this one. It seems to have gotten some decent reviews from some different horror websites and stuff. It looks more like a thriller, but it actually looks like it's right up my alley, so I'll probably check this one out sooner rather than later. After that, I went to an FYE the other day. They had a 50% off thing going. I grabbed Cube for just over $5. I absolutely love this film. For the life of me, I could not remember if I owned it or not, and I was kicking myself, and I was like, man, if I buy this again, I already own it, I'm going to be mad. But I think Cube is just one of those films that I've had in my cart so many times, but it's always been a little more than I wanted to spend on it, and it's been a title that I thought would get a Blu-ray release, so I was just kind of holding off on it. But I love this film. Cube is classic contained horror. After that, also at FYE, this was half off. I got the One Missed Call trilogy, Takashi Miike. I've never seen the Asian versions. I've only seen the American remake. This is a heavy goddamn set, guys. It feels like there's more than just 3 DVDs in here, so I don't know. I haven't opened it yet, but it's really, really heavy. Definitely probably worth that half off of $5, though. Or, yeah. After that, we have Vampires. This is actually loose in here, so I don't want to shake it around too much as I shake it. This is Artsploitation, coming from Spain, and yeah, it's a remake of the 70s or 80s film Vampires. I haven't checked it out yet. After that, we have A House Is Not a Home, which, yeah, this one is okay. It's not really too good. I got this from MVD. They hooked me up with a copy. I did a review on it, so check that out if you're interested more on my opinions. After that, grabbed Grave Dancers. This one, I actually owned a copy, or I think I might have owned a copy before and seen it, but I don't know whatever happened to it. This was for part of the original After Dark Horror Fest 8 Films to Die For. I'm still trying to collect all these, so you know, right now I only have a couple. Speaking of After Dark, we have Tooth and Nail. I don't know which set this one came from. I know the Grave Dancers was from the first volume. I'm not sure. This one seems to be maybe the second volume, I think. So that's Tooth and Nail. After that, we have Raw Meat. This is one that I've heard decent things about. I think it's like subway horror, which looks pretty cool. I haven't seen it though, but really curious on that one. After that, I grabbed this for just a couple bucks, and it was Requiem for a Dream, but I didn't know. I got it at Goodwill. It's sealed. I didn't know that there was an unrated version, or else I wouldn't have bought this. This is a very, very good movie, very depressing, but it's not something that I'm gonna run out and watch on the weekend for kicks because, you know, it's a really depressing film, but super, super good. After that, I grabbed Hellraiser Hellworld. Now, I already owned these films, but this was the original release, the Dimension release, which actually has some special features on it, which I've always been really curious on the special features on these awful Hellraiser movies. This is probably the worst one of the original batch. I think it's Hellraiser number 8. After that, we have Clown. I did a review on this one. Anchor Bay Home Entertainment hooked me up with a copy. It is a really, 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 really good movie. This would have made my top 10 last year had I seen it, had I known that it was released. It's Eli Roth produced Clown, body horror at its finest. Really good stuff. I think I gave this one like a 9 out of 10. I think I did a review on it. Definitely a really good movie. After that, we have The Offspring, which is a ghost house film. Jack Ketchum's The Offspring. I think this is actually a prequel to the woman, but I'm not exactly sure. I've seen this before a while ago, and I didn't remember really liking it that much, but definitely give it another shot. After that, we have Hangman. I grabbed this at a family video. It was, I believe, two for $3. And I've heard decent things about this one, but haven't watched it yet. After that, we have Cherry Tree. This was the other film that I got at the family video for the 2 for $3. Not really sure, but I needed something to go with Hangman. Alright, let's see here. Now we'll get into the Blu-rays. Let me slide this over, guys. I'm running out of space, and my stack's about to tip over. Alright, we have this one, which I got in the mail. Umbrella Entertainment hooked me up with a copy of The Blob. Can't wait to revisit this one. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I absolutely love the remake of The Blob. The special effects in it are so good. And it does have a Blu-ray in the US, but it's long out of print. It's a Twilight Time version. It goes for a pretty penny. I really don't care for Twilight Time, but I do care for this company, Umbrella. So if you guys want to actually own a copy of The Blob and not spend a fortune on it, hit up Umbrella Entertainment. Good company. After that, we have The Man from Hong Kong, and this is looks like an action film or something. Came from Umbrella Entertainment as well. I don't know much about it, but should be entertaining. After that, I completed my Saw collection. I got Saw 3, and Saw 7, which is the final chapter. Both of these were the last 2 Blu-rays that I needed. I owned the other ones on Blu-ray, and then they released the Blu-ray set, and I couldn't decide if I wanted to just grab the Blu-ray set or just finish off the single editions, because I only needed 2 more, and I got them for a decent price. They were both $4 with, I believe, 30% off at FYE. So I got them for cheap enough. After that, we have The Horrible Dr. Hitchcock. This movie was pretty entertaining. I actually really enjoyed it. Barbara Steele, pretty cool movie. Definitely, like, obviously a little dated and old school because it's from the 60s, but it's that classic. I'm not sure if this is Hammer or not. It might actually be Hammer, I'm not sure. But these movies are just fun. They're what you put on late at night, and you just enjoy the slow burn nature of them. After that, I grabbed the Synapse version of Demons. No special features on this, but it does look great on Blu-ray. Very entertaining film. First time watch, I had a blast with it. And of course, I had to go with Demons 2 as well. We covered both of these on the podcast. Check that out if you want to hear full reviews. After that, I got Scream of Fear, coming to us from, I believe, Via Vision Home Entertainment. This is a company based out of Australia. They hooked me up with a copy. I haven't got to this one yet, but it is part of their Hammer Horror collection line. I don't know if this is out yet. If not, it's coming out next month. And yeah, it's a Hammer Horror. Then I grabbed the Amityville Horror collection. Not grabbed, excuse me. I don't know why I said grabbed. They sent me a copy of the Amityville Horror collection, which I actually didn't ask for this copy because I already have the Scream Factory version, but they were kind enough to just send it anyway. So I actually will do a review comparison on this because there actually is a little bit of a difference between this version and the Scream Factory edition. So look for that in December. After that, we have the Gorgon Hammer Horror Collection. I reviewed this on the podcast recently, sent to me by Via Vision Home Entertainment as well. This was really fun. A little bit cheesy, a little bit dated, but definitely a really neat film. I've never seen a movie, centering around Medusa before, or Medusa's sisters. So really cool. Slightly cheesy though. After that, we have Stephen King's The Dead Zone, also sent to me from Via Vision Entertainment. This is an awesome movie. David Cronenberg, Stephen King, great combination there. I've always really enjoyed The Dead Zone. I did think it was a little bit overhyped the first time I watched it, but I still really did enjoy it. Looking forward to revisiting it. After that, we have Sin from Cult Epics. This one was actually sent to me by mistake, but Nico said to keep it anyway. I haven't opened it. I opened it, but I haven't watched it or anything, so I can't really tell you much about it. After that, we have Der Bunker, a German, I believe, maybe, German, a comedy, black comedy. put out by Artsploitation. So check out the Debunker. After that, we have Francesca, which is a Unearthed Films release. Really, really, really good giallo. That's a modern film that is very throwback. It looks like an old school giallo. The only thing that I don't like about these Unearthed Films editions, they're very nice editions, but they're big. They're like the size of a DVD, so they look weird on the Blu-ray shelf, and one of my Blu-ray shelves they won't even fit on because I have it set to the size of Blu-ray. So it's kind of an awkward addition to. I guess I should kind of put them by themselves. But that's Francesca. Really good stuff. After that, we have Violent Shit the movie. I really, really didn't like this one. I thought that it was very, 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 very boring. It has good music though. After that, we have Atraz, which I've heard good things about. This is a Spanish film, I believe. I heard there's some decent gore in it. Looking forward to checking this one out. After that, we have Masks, which I started watching and it seemed really good, but I just was not able to finish it. I was up really late at night, and it's one of those things where I was reading subtitles and I just started nodding off. So that's Masks. After that, we have one that was sent to me today, I think. Bloodshock American Guinea Pig. This is the second, I believe, of the American Guinea Pig films, which are based off of the Japanese guinea pig films. I honestly don't have a ton of interest in this one. I didn't even ask for this one, it was just sent to me, but I'll probably give it a review anyway. After that, we have Stitches. Grabbed this at an FYE. Awesome movie. Made my top 10 in 2013. Hilarious. Actually really looking forward to revisiting this one. After that, Derek actually hooked me up with a package. He gave me I Saw the Devil, the Blu-ray. I think this is a Park Chan-wook film, maybe? I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure how to say most of the Asian directors as well. I never really know their names. After that, we have The Fan, which I've been wanting in my collection for a very long time. I definitely want to check this one out soon. This is Mondo Macabro, actually the first one that I own. I can't thank Derek enough, man. Thanks for hooking me up with this, buddy. I know you're watching. It looks fantastic. For some reason, this one has always interested me based on the cover and just the synopsis. It looks really, really cool. After that, we have Observance. This was an Artsploitation film. I did a review on it. Really, really solid stuff. I actually really enjoyed this one. Kind of a slow burn, psychological horror film that I really enjoyed. There's a lot of, up for interpretation type things going on in the film. After that, we have Road Games, which is one of those Artsploitation classics, sent to me from Umbrella Entertainment. I did multiple reviews on this film. Very, very good edition. Definitely check it out if you want a copy of Jamie Lee Curtis's Road Games. And Stacey Keach. After that, we have Satanic. This one was sent to me from Mongolia Home Entertainment. Did a review on this one. Pretty solid, honestly. A lot of people might be surprised by that based on the cover. It doesn't look like the greatest film in the world, but it is very solid. So Satanic, not the greatest or anything, but yeah. After that, we have The Exotic Dances of Betty Page. This is actually a pretty cool release. It's one that was sent to me by accident. I did a review on it, Cult Epics. Basically just a very solid, like, background type thing. Just has Betty Page dancing around in black and white. Looks pretty cool. After that, we have The Invitation, sent to me courtesy of Draft House Films and MVD Visual. This is a very, very good film. Highly enjoyed this one. This is one of the better films that I've seen this year, so check out The Invitation if you haven't yet. It is currently on Netflix, or it was. After that, we have The Shallows, coming to me courtesy of Sony Home Entertainment. This one was actually a really, really enjoyable watch as well, even though it definitely has its problems, and it's definitely like a popcorn movie. It doesn't have a lot of depth to it, but it's pretty entertaining. After that, we have Starship Troopers, Grabbed this for $125 at a Big Lots. Don't know much about it, but it was pretty damn cheap, so I decided to grab it. After that, we have The Neon Demon, which was one of my favorite films that I've watched this year. A lot of hot debate on whether it's a good movie or a bad movie or just a boring movie. I absolutely loved it though. There's so much to it. It is a little bit slow to some people, but I thought it was a beautiful movie. After that, we have The Monster of Pierres Blancas. This was a really fun creature of the Black Lagoon sort of ripoff. Highly enjoyed this one. I was really surprised that just how much I was having fun with it, because it's probably because it's short. Honestly, it's just not that annoying to watch. Sometimes older movies can be a little bit annoying if they suck, but this movie kind of is not super good, but it was entertaining. After that, we have The Wailing, another film that I watched this year, coming to us courtesy of Well Go USA Entertainment. Very, very solid watch here. Highly recommend it. I actually gave a couple copies away. And before we get into the last of the Blu-rays, I almost forgot to show these off. Got a couple of VHSs here, and the first one is When a Stranger Calls Back. I've been going to Goodwill basically bi-weekly and checking out the VHS they have, and always looking for some cool old horror films, and When a Stranger Calls Back is one that I didn't own, so I decided to give it a shot, and I don't think it's easy to come by on DVD. It's probably out of print now, but I actually enjoyed this one. We did a podcast on 3 When a Stranger Calls films. After that, we have Extremities, which I don't really know what this is. It stars Farrah Fawcett, and it was $1, and the cover looked okay, so I just decided to grab it. And finally, we have Creepy Classics, which I don't believe is on DVD. Basically, I think it's just a trailer compilation or something like that. But anytime I find something that isn't on DVD or is oddball like this, I definitely grab it. Alright, on to the final Blu-rays here. I grabbed Chopping Mall, the Vestron Video Line Collection version. Watched it. Very, very fun movie. It's definitely cheesy, but it's fun. So, Chopping Mall. After that, we have Blood Diner. I haven't watched this one yet, but it has some special features that I'm interested in. I don't hate this movie. The last time I watched it, I didn't enjoy it too much. We covered it for the podcast, but I've always, I've seen it before that, and I've always kind of enjoyed it. So it's a bad movie, but highly entertaining. All right, this next batch here is Arrows. These are all sent to me courtesy of Arrow. We have The Initiation. Arrow has actually very kind of weird lately. They've been sending me things after release date, which makes it a little bit harder to review because most people are already posted a million reviews by then. But The Initiation, very, very interested in this one. It looks cool, man. I like this cover a lot. I don't really know anything about it. Then we have Vamp, which I love Vamp. Vamp is highly entertaining. Vampire 80s. Actually really well shot too. There's a lot of cool colors and stuff like that going on in Vamp. It's been a few years since I checked it out, but gonna check it out again soon. Then we have Chud. I just got this one in the mail. Haven't had a chance to watch it yet. Cannibalistic Humanoid Underground Dwellers. I've seen this film 1,000 times. I could review it without even watching it, but I do want to see the transfer. And apparently there's another version of this film on this Blu-ray, so really excited to see that. Then we have the Hills Have Eyes collection here. I guess it's not really a collection, but it's a limited edition, super edition. I mean, there's so many special features on there. I've recently just watched this film, so I was kind of putting it off, but I'm going to get to it soon. Sturdy box. Arrow always does great with their boxes. Then we have Slugs, which honestly, guys, I've watched twice now and another half time, and still haven't recorded a review. I'm saving it for the podcast. But I really, really, really like this movie. It's just something about it. It looks great on Blu-ray. I love like animal attack type movies or like nature versus man. And Slugs, this cover is beautiful. I love it. Classic, classic stuff. After that, we have Dead End Drive-In. And this one was a lot of fun. I reviewed this one on the podcast. Great edition here from Arrow Video. Really cool cover as well. A lot of fun stuff. Ozploitation classic. Then we have Dark Water. I honestly have very little interest in revisiting this film. It's one that I just watched a couple months ago, and I'm putting it off because I just don't want to watch it again. It's not that it's bad, it's one of those movies that I just don't feel like I'll get much out of it on a second watch. It was good when I first seen it. It was a good movie, but just watching it so close to when I'd seen it the first time, I just not on the top of my watch list. And then finally we have here The Bloodstained Butterfly. And funny thing about this film is I mentioned to you guys that I was losing track of stuff. I could not find this at all. It was lost in my house, and I finally found it out by the Blu-ray player in the living room, the old Blu-ray player that doesn't even work. How it got there, I have no idea, but I was looking for this for quite a while. Bloodstained Butterfly from Arrow Video. So that's it for the DVD update, guys. I hope you enjoyed. See you guys next time. Peace.